Hey everybody, my name is Allison if you're new here, and today I'm going to be talking about easy holiday gifts you can either thrift or DIY. These are things that will make anyone's day brighter. I personally would love to receive anything on this list. I love like sentimental and thoughtful gifts, and I think that they honestly mean so much more than just going and picking up a gift card or buying a candle or anything like that. The first thing that I wanted to say is that if you are someone that I normally give a gift to, please turn off this video because I don't want your surprises to be spoiled for this Christmas, because I will be sharing some things that I have already gotten from my family and friends. So please turn off this video. You can watch it after Christmas or after we see each other. As for all of you out there, the first thing that I wanted to talk about is artwork. This is something that you can either thrift, you can DIY, or you can find locally made. Every time that I go to a thrift store, I see so many beautiful pieces of artwork. This is something that I feel like every thrift store has. They're not that expensive. Sometimes they even come with a beautiful frame. I recently thrifted this piece of artwork and I love it so much. I got it for $20. It came with that frame. It's exquisite and I never want to part with it. So if you could find something like that for someone you love, I think that is just a great way to go. The next thing you can do is go to your local craft store, find some paint or pastels or wherever your mode of creativity lies, and just making someone a picture. Like, this can be something sentimental between the two of you, like a place you've both been to that means a lot to you, or something you did together, or a picture of you. It can be anything. Like, it can be their dog. Someone painted a picture of Xander, my older dog, and gave that to me. Like, I would love that. Like, I would probably put it on this wall. So I think that is just an amazing thing to do. You can also go to a local market and you can find locally made artwork and give that to someone. I recently went to the Union Square Winter Market with Will, and I wasn't even looking around for Christmas gifts, and I saw this one lady's artwork and I immediately knew that I had to get that for my sister. It is this hilarious picture of a sloth in a Speedo. His face. Like, I just can't. And then I thrifted this frame for her. If you can find something like that to give to someone, I think it is just so great. The artist even signed the back of it and I got her card. So I just think that'll be such a thoughtful and amazing gift. This picture cost me $20 and the frame was like $3, so that's a pretty good price for a Christmas gift, I'd say. The next thing that would be a really easy gift to find at the thrift store is vinyl. There is so much at the thrift store. It's the same thing with books. You can always find books at the thrift store. You can always find vinyl at the thrift store. You can always find CDs, DVDs, video games, anything like that. If you look at those sections and look around, you might find that there is something there for everyone on your Christmas list. Books are so inexpensive at the thrift store. I love to look at them because there's just a crazy abundance of them. There's never not a ton of books everywhere you go. I recently thrifted this book on Maxfield Parrish, and my parents are such fans of his work, so when I saw this, I just had to get it, and it was like $5, so just something like that you just know they will love. Like, you can't go wrong. Also, if you are looking for a particular book, you can always look online for used copies of them, and they typically rate them on a scale of what condition they're in, so you can literally find a new book for a used price online if you wanted to. So definitely a route to go to, so you don't have to spend as much money on maybe a particular book that you know someone wants. The next thing on my personal Christmas list is Etsy vintage jewelry. I recently found out about it by just scrolling on Etsy, and I saw some really beautiful vintage diamond rings, and I was just like, oh my god, they're so beautiful. Like, what? And so I just had to look around, and I found that there's like literally so many vintage jewelry stores on Etsy, and I had no idea. Maybe I'm late to the party or what, but a lot of them actually are pretty affordable. Like, I found a pair of earrings that I put on my list, and they're like, I want to say like $25 or something. I just love them, and I think that there are so many different sources on Etsy to find the gifts you're looking for. Vintage jewelry is also something you can find at the thrift store. You just really have to look for it. It's under all the crap, you know it is, but it's sometimes there. And recently when I went to Housing Works, I found a beautiful pin for my mom there, and it was only $10. I know that it's something that she will enjoy, and it's so beautiful to look at, so you really can't go wrong with that. And for those ladies in your life, or men, doesn't matter, they have it there. You just have to look for it. The next gift idea I had was a DIY gift slash thrifted gift. I recently found out how easy it is to make homemade candles, and I immediately had to buy all the things it took to make homemade candles. And a lot of the YouTube videos I watched on how to make candles had just like these glass jars, like mason jars, just a lot of things that you can buy in bulk. And my first thought was, that seems a little boring. I still think there's nothing wrong with it. Like if someone made me a homemade candle in a mason jar, you think I'm gonna be like, that's boring? No, I'm gonna be like, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. They probably even made it smell like what they thought you'd like. Yeah, that would be amazing. So I recently learned about that. I bought this 5-pound bag of soy wax, this candle making kit, and a thermometer on Amazon. And all of this was about $60. I think the candle making kit was like $20. The soy wax, the 5-pound bag, was $20. And then the thermometer was like $10. And I already needed a kitchen thermometer anyway. And if you have one, you don't need to buy one. This kit comes with like everything you need to make it. It comes with the soy wax, the wicks, even like the little things that you put on the jar or whatever you're using to put the candle in, so you can keep the wax straight up, and like the stickies, and it comes with it all. I personally am really excited about that. A lot of it's stuff that you can reuse. A 5-pound bag of wax, although $20 seems like a lot for part of a project, it's still like 5 pounds, and I think I'm gonna be able to make a lot of candles with it. I purchased a set of essential oils online, but if you already have essential oils, you don't really need to go out and buy them. And I can link everything down below for you if you want to order them too. I'm not sponsored or anything, those are the ones that I bought. So the other day I went thrifting. I'm not sure which video I will be posting yet, but I will be sharing all of the candle containers in another video as well. But I got all these beautiful little ceramic containers at the thrift store. Like this one, it says chicken soup. Like imagine putting like 3 wicks in there and making that a candle. Like that is so cute. And I got this one, which is super simple and beautiful, and a lot of others. This one is actually my all-time favorite. I don't know who I'm gonna give this to. I'm really tempted to keep it for myself because I just think it's so pretty. And then earlier I told Will that and he was like, yeah, I like that one, you should keep it. And I was like, I don't know. It is this right here. It's like literally a chalice. Excuse me. I'm obsessed with that. Like how nice will a candle look in there? I just can't even. I also got dried flowers, so I think I'm going to mix that with the wax when it's melted and put that in the candles to make them a little bit extra special. So hopefully that works out. I never made them before, but it looks really simple and honestly a pretty good deal considering each container I think was anywhere from $2 to $5. The next DIY gift that I have done time and time again because it never fails me and everyone seems to love it when I gift it to them is knitted stuff. This is my knitting basket. It's kind of a mess right now because I need to organize it. I am knitting this scarf and I think the colors are so fun. I wanted to do something a little different. I always pick one color and it's so generic. I think it has something to do with me moving to a place that has gray skies all winter long, but I just wanted something colorful. I was just thinking like, it's so bleak. Why not add more color to your life? So I'm making this beautiful scarf and I'm so excited about it. I think for 4 skeins of yarn at Michael's, it was like $20. So I think I'll even be able to maybe make like 2 scarves out of this. So I think that's a pretty good price for someone. Knitting needles, if you don't already have them. This is a size 8 and these were like $4.99 or something. So knitting is pretty affordable in my opinion, unless you get like really expensive yarn or something, because they have that for sure. But hopefully I will like this. And I don't know who I'm gonna give it to yet, but I hope they like it too. This is temporary. I have to like sew this in, but that's a later idea. Also, should I like make this into one of those like head things all the TikTok people are wearing? I don't think so. Okay. Also, if you don't want to knit a scarf, you can knit something else like a beanie. Beanies are great. People love them. You can get like a beanie loom if you wanted to at Michael's or a local craft store, and it'll probably cost you about $20, but again, it's something that you will keep if you like to craft. So it's kind of a gift for yourself too in that way, you know? The next idea is a thrifting idea for vintage frames. There are so many frames at the thrift store. This is something that I don't know if I would ever go to a store and buy a frame again unless it was like a very specific size that I couldn't find anywhere else. There are so many. They range anywhere from like $2.99 to $25. Like, they're all over the place. Oftentimes these frames do come with beautiful pictures and things already in them, and sometimes it's a great deal because you can get both, as I mentioned earlier with the artwork. For this in particular, if you want to paint someone a picture, go get a frame. That's amazing. Honestly, even you don't have to really work for it. Find a picture of you and that person, or whatever that you think they will love, print it out and frame it, because that gift is just a gift that I think they will cherish. Over the years, when a friend gives me a picture in a frame of the two of us smiling in a time of our lives that we are just completely happy, I think that is just such a nice gift, and it is something that I will always look back at and I'll just love forever. The next one is a gift idea that I have done before and I honestly love. I think this is a great gift, not only for the holidays, but for any occasion. This would be to thrift a container, like a teacup or a bowl or anything super cute and dainty and beautiful that you love to look at because it's already a beautiful piece, and buying either an air plant or a succulent and putting it inside. This is just something that I think is so fun. It really brings life into this vintage object, and it's something that I have definitely gifted before. It was probably about 3 or 4 Christmases ago now. I found my grandma this beautiful vintage teacup and I planted a succulent inside and she just adored it. To this day, I think it's like still sitting in her windowsill, so apparently it's a gift that lasts. Another good thrifted idea is to thrift a set of vintage wine or champagne glasses. I think this is just so fun. I've done this before for I think my sister, and she really enjoyed it. I found like crystal wine glasses at the thrift store. I think they were like 4 for probably like $4, and they were exquisite. They were something that I feel like new would probably be over $100, but because they were at a thrift store, they don't cost a lot of money. The only thing I would say with this is before you give them to someone, please thoroughly wash these things, because no one wants to get a dirty thrifted object. Like, just clean it up, you know? It doesn't take that much effort. Also, if you thrift wine glasses or any container like that, gifting something with it like apple cider or your favorite wine or whatever you think that person would enjoy, I think that would just make a really, really fun gift. If you wanted to go along with this idea, you could also thrift a basket with it, because the thrift stores always have baskets and they're pretty inexpensive. I saw this basket recently at a thrift store and I thought it was so cute. If you wanted to put all your gifts inside and give it to someone, I think that'd be a really cute thing to put it in. The next DIY gift idea I had was to tie-dye something for someone. In particular, if you have like your friend and her boyfriend on your Christmas list, tie-dyeing them something in the same pattern and gifting it to them, because I think that is just so fun to have something matching with that special person in your life. Last year for Christmas, I found these white t-shirts on sale from J. Crew. I think they were like $2.99 on sale or something. It was really inexpensive, and I bought like a bunch of them for like my family, my best friend, and my extended family, like literally everyone. I bought them t-shirts, and I went on Amazon and I found this dye called Rit dye, and it works so well. I bought like a whole set of things to help me tie dye, and it was really inexpensive because I just made a mass gift thing for everyone, and it was just so fun. Honestly, I was like cranking them out by the end, but the Rit dye is like I think like $4 per bottle, and you can make so many different shirts with one bottle, so I think it's definitely worth it. If you can't find cheap shirts like that, you can thrift shirts like that. I feel like there's always a white shirt at the thrift store that's a little weird looking that you could tie-dye and make it normal again. That would be a really fun gift. And I also got a pack of like Nike socks, Nike crew socks, and tie-dyed those, and I think those are just so fun. They're like kind of a more edgy take on such a classic. Good gift, and it's not that expensive. The last gift I wanted to mention is for those people in your life that you know want very particular things. I definitely am probably one of those people for my family, even though I would be happy with anything on this list. I love big brands. Like, I love Aritzia, I love Lululemon, I love Dagny Dover. Like, they're just different brands, you know? Everyone has their brands. And for those people in your life that want very specific brands like that, like, I love my Nike sneakers. If someone gave me another pair of customized Nike sneakers, I would cry. Like, that would just be amazing, you know? But at the same time, like, they are expensive, and you don't need to spend a lot of money to get people what they want. I have turned to Poshmark before and found exactly what people are looking for, exactly what people have on their lists, and they are for a fraction of the cost because these people are selling them used. If this isn't something that people want, like, you know, this person will be weirded out by a used gift, you know, that's something to think about. But that's also something you can work with, because on Poshmark they sell things new with tags, never worn before, and I don't see how that's any different from buying it from a store. It's actually really easy. Say your mom wants a pair of Lululemon Align leggings and she's a size 12. So you go on Poshmark, you type in Lululemon, you go on the brand, you put in her sizes. All of these things here are things that she might want. And if you don't want to do this much work, not that it's work at all, it's honestly quite simple. And if you save your settings in there, like, it's really easy to just go back every day and check it and sort from new to old and see if anyone's posted what exactly you're looking for. There are a lot of things on my list that you could personally get on Poshmark. Like, on my list, I have a Dagny Dober backpack. This is something that I just think would be really practical to have living in the city, because I don't have any giant bags like that, and Will has one and I borrow his, but sometimes I just feel bad for like kind of taking over his backpack, so it'd be nice to have one of my own. And so if you found that for me on Poshmark for a fraction of the cost, I would be honestly more happy, because one, you're basically supporting a small business, and two, like, you're getting a really good deal on it. And it's more sustainable because it's used. Anyways, I hope that this was insightful. I hope that this inspired you in this holiday season to not stress about spending so much money on people. It's not about the money, it is about the sentiment and the thought behind each gift. So keep that in mind and have fun with it, because this is supposed to be fun. You should have a good time really figuring out what these people would love and showing them that you care. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it really helped you out. And if you have any questions, comment them down below. And if you did like this video, please feel free to give it a big thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel if you want to. I hope that you have an amazing day and an amazing week, and I will see you next week. Bye.